Alright, what is going on, guys? It's Todd again, and we got NFL Picks Week 3 coming up right this second. I'm going to go over who I think is going to win and why. Maybe not go too in-depth, don't want to make it too long of a video, but let's just get started with it. So, starting tonight, we got the Carolina Panthers and the Houston Texans. Carolina's 2-0, and the Texans, surprisingly, are actually playing pretty good at 1-1 with, the Deshaun Watson situation and everything. Honestly, I got the Panthers tonight. They've been looking pretty good on offense and defense. Darnold's been playing pretty well. And McCaffrey has also. So I think Panthers start out the season 3-0. Then we got the early set of games on Sunday. We got the 0-2 Colts and the 1-1 Titans. Honestly, the Titans haven't looked very good. I don't even know if they probably should have won last week. I mean, both Seattle and Tennessee, it was kind of weird. And then the Colts, they faced two tough teams. As long as Carson Wentz is back, I think the Colts are going to take it this week against the Titans, because I just don't think the Titans have their defense figured out yet. Once they figure out their defense, then I think everything will start to kind of mesh for Tennessee, but just not yet. I think the Colts get their first win this week. Then we move on to the Falcons and the Giants, two 0-2 teams, two teams that are probably going to be at the bottom for this year, but I think the Falcons still have a better offense overall with Matt Ryan still there and Calvin Ridley and now Kyle Pitts. I still think the Falcons have a chance. They actually played not terrible other than the 2 pick sixes against the Buccaneers last week. So I think I have the Falcons getting their first win this week. And then for the Chargers and Chiefs, I'm a Raiders fan, for those of you that don't know, so I wish that both of these teams could lose on Sunday, but obviously that's not possible. But if I had to pick one, I'd rather go with the Chargers. I'm also an Oregon fan, so I'm still a Justin Herbert fan, just not when he plays the Raiders. But I hope the Chargers win. I'd rather see the Chiefs lose another game so that the Raiders can keep gaining in the standings. And then we got the Bengals and the Steelers. The Bengals looked good week 1 against the Vikings and then didn't look really good against Chicago last week. Steelers, I mean, as long as Big Ben is healthy enough, I think he should be for this week's game. I know that he had, I think it was something chest or something related, so I'm still going to go with the Steelers though, just because their defense is still pretty good. And then we got the Bears and the Browns. Browns look really good. I think, they should have probably beat Kansas City if they just played smart for that final, pretty much the half. They were dominating the first half. And then this is Justin Fields' first start, but I think Cleveland's going to take it. I think Justin Fields is going to be pretty good. I think he might earn full-time starter after this game, whether they win or lose. But I got the Browns this week. Then we got the Ravens and the Lions. I don't think there's much to debate here. I definitely think Lamar Jackson, as long as he's good to go, and it sounds like he will be, I think he's dealing with a stomach bug or something, but I do think the Ravens definitely are going to take the Lions. The Lions have been competitive in their 2 games though, but they're just not good enough. Not good enough right now, especially not against the Ravens. So I got the Ravens on this one. This one should be a pretty interesting game. We got the Saints and the Patriots. So Saints absolutely dominated week 1 against Green Bay and then just fell flat against Carolina. So I think the Saints team could be kind of like we don't know what's going to happen with them week by week. But against a good Patriots defense, I think Mac Jones is going to have his best game yet this week. I really do. I think Patriots take it against the Saints. Then we got the 2-0 Cardinals against the 0-2 Jaguars. The Cardinals' offense looks absolutely dominant right now. Their defense, I still think, is trying to find themselves a little bit, especially because, I think honestly they probably should have lost to the Vikings if they could just make a 30-yard field goal. And Trevor Lawrence, I think Trevor Lawrence could have a good day since the Cardinals' defense hasn't been that great overall, but I still think Cardinals are to start out 3-0. I think they're going to be a team that could go deep into the playoffs this year. Really watch for the Cardinals. That's my sleeper team for even Super Bowl if they get their defense figured out. because their offense has just been on fire so far. Kyler Murray's been playing so good. So yeah, I think Cardinals definitely have a good chance of going deep, but I think they start out 3-0 though. And then we got Washington and Buffalo Bills. I think Buffalo will probably take it. I know their defense played really good against Miami last week, and we'll see how Washington's offense does against a better defense instead of the Giants like last week. Bills definitely have a lot better defense than the Giants, so that'll be an interesting matchup also. Then we got the 0-2 Jets and the 2-0 Broncos. I don't think there's any question that the Broncos win this game unless Zach Wilson absolutely just turns around how he's been playing and kind of dominates. He hasn't been doing it yet. He's had a rough start, especially last week with 4 picks, and it doesn't get any easier for him this week with facing the Broncos defense. So I have to say that I think the Broncos are going to win, and Zach Wilson's going to have another struggle week, sadly. I do want to see him succeed, though. I feel bad for him having to be thrown into that kind of situation on the Jets right now, but I think they'll come along. They'll come along. Then we got the Raiders and the Dolphins. So Tua's out this week with the rib injury, so we got Brissett in there. I don't think that was going to change up too much how the Raiders were going to play defensively because they both can be kind of mobile. And a lot of people think that Brissett's actually the better passer than Tua right now. But Dolphins, it's always a good game between the Dolphins and the Raiders, but I'm hoping the Raiders defense keeps up the good work that they've been doing. We held the Steelers pretty well last week. We look good. The Raiders look pretty solid overall. As long as our offensive line can hold up this week, we definitely go 3-0. And that's exciting time for Raiders, baby. It's exciting. I'm excited. Then we got the Seahawks and the Vikings. The Vikings have done everything they could to win both of those games, and they just couldn't. So I think they're on a verge for a victory, but not this week. I think Russell Wilson and the Seahawks they might pound on the Vikings. I really think. I think Russell Wilson has a really big game. Him and DK Metcalf will have a big game. Then we got probably the matchup of the week with the Buccaneers and the Rams. They're both 2-0 right now. They're both looking pretty good. Buccaneers look absolutely unstoppable through the first 2 games, at least offensively. I know they gave up a lot of yards to Dallas week 1, but man, Tom Brady's, it's incredible, honestly, how he's been playing. Even this season, I think he threw 5 touchdown passes last week. The Rams, I think, with Stafford, they're still trying to find themselves a little bit. I still think offensively they've been much better off with Stafford than Goff. Anyways, but I think that could be an NFC Championship matchup later on in the year, definitely. But I'm gonna go with the Buccaneers this week over the Rams. Then we got the Packers and the 49ers. The Packers finally came back and played pretty well against the Lions. And then I think San Francisco, they played the Eagles last week. And it seemed to be a little bit of a struggle for them. I think Aaron Rodgers is going to take over this game again and show off why he was MVP last year and prove all the doubters wrong. That he's, trying to just turn the Packers organization inside out. But I think I got the Packers this week going to 2-1 and the Niners taking the first loss. Then we got the Monday night game of the Eagles and the Cowboys. They're both 1-1. Honestly, Jalen Hurts has looked really good in these first 2 games of the season. I think Eagles fans can finally feel comfortable with having him starting to set up as being the franchise quarterback. And then obviously with the Cowboys, it was a close game week 1, and then, a lot of people really didn't think they should have beat the Chargers, with the sack on Justin Herbert that really wasn't a sack, and then all that stuff. I still think Cowboys are very talented offensively no matter what. But, you know what? I'm going to go with the Eagles coming out on top this week. I think Jalen Hurts has a big game. I think so, guys. Alright, those are my picks for this week. I'll try and do it every week. Try and remember to do it. I'll try and do it on Thursday if I can, just so I can get that Thursday night game in there. But yeah, hey, don't forget to like and subscribe. More videos coming soon. I will also be streaming tonight on Twitch at some point. The link, maybe I'll put it in the description, but it should be on my channel somewhere. But thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.